Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It's Foreign's the foodie.
And we are back.
We back.
With the credits.
With a credits.
Today we are talking about the documentary Tell Them You Love Me. Which
you guys have been gagging for it.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. It's available on Now TV in the UK, and I think it's currently on Netflix in the US. So if you're not in the US and you have a VPN, then you can watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
But sorry, before we get into this, because this is a very deep subject matter. I just wanted to, there's this drink that I've been really obsessed with, and have you tried it? You know the Mogu Mogu drink?
No, what is that?
Basically, it's like you find it in like the World Foods aisle, yeah.
Okay.
And it's like got like jelly in it. It's called like nata de coco. It's like little jelly pieces, and then it has different flavors. It's like a sweet drink.
Is it sugar?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like natural flavors to me, but
okay, so that's probably why I haven't drank it.
But it's so good. You know, the first time I had it, someone gave it to my mum, and then she was like, "Oh, try this." It was the mango flavor. It was so good. Then after that, I had the lychee one. It was so good. Then I had the grape one. The grape one was good as well. Today, I had the watermelon. I want to try them all. I didn't have high hopes for watermelon. And it was all right because the drink is nice, but like it wasn't great. And it literally was not just the only flavor left. It was the only bottle left in the shops. I said, fuck it, let me try it. It wasn't great. It's quite disappointing actually. But I'm obsessed with that. And on Amazon, yeah, you can get like a multi-pack of like all the flavors. And I have been really resisting the urge to buy it.
Continue to resist because it's a cheat code. You're not eating sweets, but you're drinking that, which probably has about the same sugar.
I don't think it has that much sugar in it.
It definitely does.
Anyway, I say all that to say, if anybody listening to this, knows anybody who can send me PR of this drink, Mogu Mogu, I would greatly appreciate it.
I guess everything I said just went over your head.
You said something? So today we're talking about Tell Them You Love Me. And I feel like you should watch it.
Yeah.
It's how I feel.
I watched it maybe 3 weeks ago, or probably a bit longer than that. It was maybe it was May at some point.
It was ages ago. You were watching it when we came. Well, your family were watching it when we came to your house to see that time.
Yeah. I watched it then, and it was, it was just like we were all chilling, and we were like, because I was at my parents' house, so it was me, my mum, and my sister chilling, and we were like, let's find something to watch. And then we found that. My jaw was on the ground for the whole documentary. I couldn't believe it. It just, for me, I know there are loads of themes here, but the biggest one for me is like, never underestimate the audacity of like a white woman.
Oh, absolutely.
And
because till today she doesn't think she did anything wrong.
Yeah, and their savior complex.
Oh, girl. So the first thing I noticed about this documentary was that it was produced by Louis Theroux, and I was like, okay. When I first saw that come up, I was like, all right, cool. I'm sure that I'm gonna enjoy this. It's gonna be.
It's not really Louis Theroux-esque.
But then
style.
His documentaries are him. Do you get what I mean? And it's like he's a documentary, but imagine how many documentaries he's done. Like he knows how to produce a documentary.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't have guessed it was him.
Yeah, but it wasn't the type that he's normally hosting or presenting, which is what he normally does. I guess with his producer hat on, it is a case of I know what makes a good documentary, what good storytelling entails, and how to do the necessary research to get like a good documentary together. So when I saw him, I felt like, okay, cool, I'm in safe hands. That's how I felt when I saw it come up.
Yeah, and it was a long one, but everything was necessary. Everything was engaging. Like Absolutely. It almost felt like you were watching a movie.
Yeah. Imagine if one day we're able to get Louis Theroux on this podcast.
I will die and come back again.
Imagine.
It'll be a great day. Make it happen, guys.
Boy. But yeah, so as Foreign said, it is a long one, but it doesn't feel that way because, it feels that way because your mouth was on the floor the whole time. Like that gets kind of tiring, yeah. But it's insane. It's about a non-verbal man called Derek Johnson. He has cerebral palsy. And so that leaves him disabled. Yeah. And so this whole documentary is about how he meets this professor who becomes his carer slash quote unquote lover slash abuser. Yeah. And
oh my God.
It's just really quite remarkable. As Warren said, the white savior complex, like feeling as though only you can save somebody.
And you know what? She has a problem because, and I wouldn't have said this in isolation, but her husband was always also black.
Okay, so
and then
I went
was
to go
like,
look at the
you have
husband,
an issue.
And when I saw that he was black as well, I said, okay, this makes it 10 times worse. I don't know why, but when I saw him, I was like, nah, this makes it worse. This makes it worse.
The fact that he's black and then she works also with people who are disabled, I think she has a problem.
A complex.
Like each of those things in isolation, bar the like final like D-man, bar him, each of the other two things would have been fine. Like, it's okay to be in an interracial relationship. Do you? It's okay to work with people that are disabled. But the three altogether, we speak about a woman who is deeply disturbed.
Deeply disturbed and delusional. Because Derek Johnson, so he has an older brother, Dr. John Johnson, okay? He got that PhD. I don't know why they did John Johnson. I don't know why they did that to him though, but still.
I don't know.
And then the mom, Daisy, right? They have been looking after Derek his whole life. Because at the point that all of this starts, Derek is like 30 years old or 30 something. Derek has been alive for a while and has been doing all right without Anna. Okay,
yep.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Also, sorry, before we get into this, right? When Derek was, when they discovered that he had cerebral palsy, his dad leaves. And can I just say that I pray it is never ever well with that man, because how can you leave your family? Your son is disabled and you leave your family. Oh, do you know what? I don't have time for this. I'm out. Is everything okay?
Out.
Is everything all right? How do you live your life not knowing whether your child is dead or alive, not knowing what's going on with the kid?
And I think that's what makes this whole Anna thing worse, because it's like this mum, Derek's mum, and John's mum, like she raised these two as a single parent in a time where like she was battling so much. She did it on her own. She did it well,
successfully, on her own for
you can come
years.
in, like her son is a successful like doctor, like he has a doctorate, like she did that shit, right? And you come in and you think you know better than this woman just because. And it presents black
in so many ways. And this is the thing, because she's black, because the fact that Derek and his family are black, like that is important. We can't I don't see race through this one. Like we can't like race is at the forefront of this situation. Yeah, like there's even one instance where they're in the car and Derek Daisy is playing gospel music, and then Anna now says, oh no, Derek doesn't like that, he likes classical music, and she changes it to classical music. Are you all right? Is everything okay?
And there's such racial undertones to that.
Yeah, they are overtones.
Also, what pisses me off about the whole thing is she keeps calling Derek the man.
Okay.
And it's D-man.
It's D-man. Are you fucking insane? It's just the man. And the thing, so like, where to begin? Yeah, like Anna Stubblefield, she's fucked.
She's the worst.
So during the documentary, it's like a normal documentary, right? You have interviews with the different people and things like that. So it opens up with Anna's interview. I'm telling you, you would think that this woman is describing a love story. Even the way she is looking at reminiscing, it's like she's nostalgic. She's so like, oh, it was so great. This is how we met. Are you insane? Like, you know the end of the story, and this is still how you're describing it.
At the beginning, I thought she had an affair with John, and I thought maybe like, I don't know, I thought something was wrong about that, maybe student teacher or something. That's what I was thinking until I found out that no, it was actually Derek. And it's like, let's remove everything else aside. What pleasure are you deriving from an sexual interaction with somebody who cannot consent? He cannot consent, he cannot walk, he cannot talk, he cannot even use like the loo on his own. So what did you think was going to, like, what was your thought process? Like,
And
okay,
this
so
is the
say
thing.
you were allowed to run away together and get married and live. Yeah, what life are you guys
And
living
this is
together
partly why I'm like, she's insane. Because long story short, like they develop a quote unquote relationship. It's not a relationship. She abuses him, yeah. And then she has the audacity to look his mother in the eye and say, we are in a relationship, we're in love, and we've had sex. So this is what I mean. Like, if I abuse someone, if I kill someone, if I did something terrible, yeah, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, hey, I just killed this person, by the way, because I acknowledge that what I've done is wrong. This isn't something that I should tell people. So at best, yeah, she lacks shame. At worst, she lacks morals.
But I actually think she's so delusional that she doesn't even think what she did is wrong.
She doesn't think what she did was wrong.
I genuinely don't think she believes. And also, I think there's an element, I think 70% of it is that she doesn't believe what she did is wrong. The other 30% is that she believes that the world is her oyster because she's a white woman. So even if there's a bit of her that understands that what she did is wrong, she doesn't believe that anybody in this scenario has a right to judge her.
She doesn't think it's wrong, and she doesn't think that even if it were wrong, that it would be a problem because of who she is.
Yeah. And especially not coming from the people who are pointing a finger at her. Okay. So basically, because it's a black family, like,
so what can you possibly tell me, kind of thing.
Right.
There's a few talking heads in this. There's one guy who basically says, like, he's kind of like, because the issue here is whether or not Derek could consent, right? And we'll get more into that later, but the issue is, could he consent or could he not? And so people are like, obviously he couldn't consent. Like, one talking head is like, yeah, obviously he couldn't consent. Like, he had the mind of a 6-month-old or a 12-month-old that he couldn't consent. But he feels that Anna really truly believed that he consented, and that's why. As opposed to, she knew that he couldn't, or she could acknowledge that maybe this consent is invalid, and she just continued anyway. It's almost as if, okay, cool, she did something wrong, but they don't see her as a villain or malicious. Like, oh, she really cared about him, and she really, really thought she was doing the right thing. I don't give a heck. I don't give a fuck. Like, how can any way you look at this end with Anna not being the most villainous villain of all?
Yeah.
How can you spin it, flip it, dice it, twist it to make it seem as if, but her heart was in the right place? Your heart can never be in the right place when you are sexually abusing someone. It's impossible.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How?
I agree.
And this facilitated communication, yeah? Because the whole thing is like, okay, cool. And you know what? For a lot of this documentary, I was like, do you know what? Maybe we are looking at disabled people and we are putting a cap on their abilities because of the lack of communication. Because they make points about, like, facilitated communication is just allowing someone who is disabled to be able to communicate in a way that we can understand. Because they do communicate, they have thoughts, they can be intelligent. It's just that because of their condition, perhaps they're not able to communicate or let us know how they're feeling.
Yeah.
So this facilitated communication comes in the form of, like, using a keyboard and typing letters and stuff. But because of the cerebral palsy, because of whatever disability these patients have, they can't, like, unassisted, they can't type themselves. Yeah. So the idea was, like, holding their elbow to support them, and that allows them then to be able to press the letters on the keyboard, which for a lot of the documentary you see cases of people who have done this, people earning degrees, people like doing this successfully. And for a lot of the time, like, we are led to believe that Derek was doing this successfully. And then we get to a point where Daisy the mum and John the brother are like, whenever we tried it, he was just typing gibberish. It wasn't making sense. But when she would do it, it was like, oh, we have sentences, we have prose, yeah?
Do you know what? I'm so confused about that whole thing with him. Because half of me is like, I have someone in a very close family friend who has the same thing Derek has. And I've interacted with her so many times. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm not buying this. And even seeing Derek, I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying this. But then Derek ends up going to some sort of university. And the person who was supporting him when it wasn't Anne was saying that, like, he was able to, like, he was talking about a book that she hadn't read. She had no context. She couldn't have been the one, like, pushing him to. But I don't know. I really don't know.
This is what I'm saying. And I feel like it is a case of, like, it's not impossible for somebody with a disability or with cerebral palsy to be intelligent or achieve certain things. I just don't know if that was what was going on with Derek. And then also the story about D-Man or D-Man, yeah. Anna claims that she says to him, look, what is it? I've never asked you, what do you want to be called? And so he types in D-M-A-A. I can't even spell. D-M-A-N. That's what he types, which is D-Man, but she pronounced it D-Man at every given opportunity, and I hate her for it, yeah. But then the mum is like, oh yeah, like that's what his one of his teachers some time back used to call him, and he really liked it. How would she know that?
If he hadn't.
He hadn't. Do you see what I mean? But then is it a case of, okay, well, something happens and then you find meaning in it, like you rationalize it till it makes sense. So with that, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. But then they did the study, and you know me, I love a bit of science, yeah, where the person conducting the study would have pictures. So say Forenz is my facilitator communicator. Forenz will hold my hands and I would do the typing, right? So they would show me a picture and then show Forenz the picture, the same picture. And then when I would type, okay, it's a cat, I would type C-A-T, cat. They would show us the same picture again, D-O-G, dog. And then what they started doing, so they were going like that. Then they would show me a picture, and then in a clever way, it would like change before it got to Forenz. And every time, what they would make me type was what Forenz saw.
Wow, yeah.
So that bit, I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie, because obviously, it was malicious and it was dangerous, yeah. But some of these facilitated communicators, minus the sexual abuse, yeah, I feel like they really truly believe that they are helping.
Gods, yeah.
They feel like they are giving this person the opportunity to express what they believe is deep within them. So, okay, cool. I know that we both saw a picture of a cat. We both saw it. Cool, I'm going to type cat. But that's not facilitated communication. That's communicating for the person.
Yeah.
And that 100%. That isn't good in its own right. That is also detrimental to the person.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's just like, listen.
There are a few things that give me pause. I don't know where I sit with whether or not
the facilitated communication bit.
Yeah. There are people who came in that documentary and spoke about how it changed their lives. There are others, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think more should be done to enable people who are disabled to navigate society.
I agree.
But the fundamental truth is Anna is a witch.
Anna is a witch. I hate the way that she talks, the way that she walks. I hate the way that she dresses. Yeah. But I hate the way that she.
I hate her mama too.
Oh,
her mum is a major enabler. Pissed off. Both of them have really weird, stupid hair.
It's like, this is why you are the way that you are.
Her mum is a crazy enabler, and she makes it off like, oh, Anna's just this smart white girl that wants to help everyone, and
everyone's against she would her. Never. She has too much love to give. Shut up.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I don't like the way Anna was with the family. Even leaving voice, she was just so entitled. So entitled. I was
what do you mean can me and D-Man see? You fucking can't see, you abuser. His brother was saying that there were times when he would see like carpet burns on him. I was
just gonna say, yeah.
Like, are you serious? Like, this guy, what? And only God knows what she was doing to him and calling it sexual intercourse.
You weigh significantly more than this man. Even if, disability aside, even if, Derek wasn't disabled, you are a tenured professor at his university. There is no reason, and it's like there is no aspect of the situation where you win. Power dynamic, race, off, sexual abuse, ability, weight, you don't win. Nothing that you can say can make this make sense. It's insane.
It's crazy.
I don't know, man. I feel really bad for the brother John as well, because he set this whole thing up. Like, he introduced his brother to Anna, thinking that, okay, cool, like, this is a way, this facilitated communication, we can try it and see how it works. And obviously,
not knowing that he was putting his brother in the lion's den. This documentary is probably one of the most shocking ones I've ever watched, because I couldn't believe that. Like, you hear of like elder abuse, you definitely hear of like people abusing people in homes and stuff like that. But you always think that's an evil person that knows what they're doing. You like this one, and she was, and even for you to have such little shame that you came on this documentary. I mean, great for us because it's like we got to watch it in real time, but it's mad that you still feel so convicted going to saying you went to your hairdresser and you said you were convicted for being in love, girl.
And then that's another thing, you know, you mentioned the whole white savior thing. Now you're a victim, so in all of this you still end up as the victim. You were the one who was done wrong. How? It's such a skill. I don't know how they do it.
Imagine that being your mum.
No, I don't have a mother because they have 2 children, her and Roger.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine that being your mum because she's someone's
well.
mum. Oh, why? Is he with another?
Remarried. Yeah, he's remarried.
With another snow bunny. Yeah. Oof. Well.
Now I ask.
Where's Dr. Umar when you need him, hey?
Listen, yeah.
I do think there needs to be a study on controversial black men who only date white.
Who only date. But I love.
I'm fresh off an interracial.
Listen, I don't give a heck.
So I don't give a heck.
Love who.
I really actually don't care.
And this applies to every single race. Yeah, I just feel like if you don't date your own race, like if you actively, intentionally, purposefully do not date your own race, there's like if you date your race and you date others, okay, you've got opportunities, lover, yeah. But if you actively do not date your own race, I'm sorry, something is wrong within. Yeah, that's insane to me. I cannot comprehend. As in, I would date these races, but not the one that I'm from.
Not the one I'm from. Do you hate your mum? Do you hate your mum? That is the question.
Do you hate yourself? I don't get it. I will never understand it. So maybe Roger has, we only know of 2 of his conquests.
And especially if I dated outside of my race and then this is the end result, I'm never dating that particular race again.
As in, you stand for all of your own.
Gun to my head, I'm not doing it. I didn't know you found Roger like this. Where, like, is he like a professor himself or?
No, he plays the tuba, I believe. He does like concerts and shit.
Oh, I need to.
So I think he's like a classical music person. So probably the world that he's in, that's what he encounters.
I guess.
But if you really are looking for your race, you'll find.
Yeah. If that's what you want, you'll find.
You'll find.
There it is.
I don't know, man. This was just really, really, really sad. And I hated the way that they tried to make the mum appear as if she was controlling.
Yeah.
As if like, oh.
But I must say, one thing about the documentary itself is it was very, I think it did the victim, which was Derek. And his family well. Mm-hmm. And it also gave the perpetrator a platform to speak, which, call it what you want, it's a good documentary for that.
I think it gave her a rope to hang herself. It was one of those ones where I wouldn't even call it a platform, because platform as
but it depends on whose side you're on. It depends on whose side you're on, because people who are on her side would be like, yeah, this there was even a disabled woman that said she'd worked with Anna, and like she wasn't really saying that she's innocent, but she was just like, I don't know, the thing is,
people do bad things all the time, and those people have been nice or done nice things for other people. So people who have done nice things for me, if someone comes now and says, oh, this person did this bad thing, maybe it's going to take me a minute to accept that someone who did something so nice for me did something so terrible to somebody else. Okay? Yeah. But, and of course, at the time that you're saying these things, you haven't watched the documentary, you have not seen the other side, right? But I don't know, sometimes you just hear something so outrageous that you're like, I'm sorry, let me distance myself. I'm not even saying anything in support or in denial, because this is so ridiculous. Yeah.
But I think like I said, I think the documentary was, I don't know how to word this. It was a good documentary in the sense that I think, okay, so this is what I think. If Derek's family had made the documentary, it would have looked very different.
Yes.
And it wouldn't have shown you the full picture.
Yes, and it would have like battered Anna, and then she would have become the victim that she wants to be so bad.
Yeah, and if Anna had made this documentary, it would have looked very, very different.
Yes,
and we would have seen Derek's family in a different light. I think we saw everybody
in the correct light. Exactly. It was unbiased.
It was, yes,
and then you draw your own conclusion.
Yeah, because
and if you have sense, you make the right decision.
Exactly. The people who were making the mum look like she was whatever were not. It wasn't the documentary. It was that camp when they were given a space. Because I remember her mum being like, "Oh," and they brought Derek into the courtroom, and they were making him. And it's like, yeah, they fucking were, because this guy has sleep. Like, do you understand? Like he's severely. It's not a little.
You, the mum, believe the version of Derek that your daughter has sold you, and that is not the version of Derek.
It's not like Steve Hawking. Like, this guy is. It's a very different disability.
Yeah.
Like, so of course she had to hold him in. Like, what are you talking about?
I think that was a great description, because it was unbiased, and it basically said, listen, here are the facts. Draw your own conclusion.
Yeah,
that's what it said. And part of me, I guess because of the side that I'm on, which is the correct side, it makes it like when you're watching Anna, you're almost like my eyes were so wide open. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, are you insane? And
like, how did you even go
to hang herself? Because it's like,
how did you go to school? Because it doesn't make sense.
Anyone can be a tenured professor, it seems, at Rutgers University. Because
except for Ross. Wasn't Ross chasing tenure every which way?
Obviously a paleontologist.
I would definitely say watch this documentary.
She went to prison for 22 months. Sorry, what is going on? What is going on?
White. Emphasis on the white. Interesting.
Quite interesting. Oh my God. Have you heard about the Karen Reed case? No. Karen Reed on TikTok?
No.
Oh, I have things to send you.
I'm on the wrong side.
You're on the wrong side, girl. So basically, there's this woman. The trial is currently going on. She's this woman, and she's accused of killing her boyfriend by like backing her truck up into him and leaving him to die out in the snow at his friend's house. This whole town, everyone's like police people, and so it's as if there's a cover-up going on, that perhaps he died at the police people's house, and they're now blaming it on her as if she did it. Oh, I don't know how this has escaped your TikTok. I'll send you one and then you'll get the rest. Yesterday I watched this video, and they were interrogating this person who claimed to be someone who's an expert in car patterns and how they move and stuff like that. The way they decimated this man. They said, where did you get your degree? Did you have a degree in engineering? No. Physics? No. Maths? No. Kinematics? No.
Is he for the prosecution or the defense?
For the prosecution. For the prosecution. He said no. They said, okay, so what are your credentials? He said, oh, I did a course. He said, oh, a course. He said, some courses. He said, okay. He said to him, okay, so since you know all these things, he said, what is it when, what was it called? Something about velocity. He said, what is it when speed meets velocity, or something like that, yeah? And the guy...
Isn't that impact?
No, it was acceleration. So the guy was like, determined how... The guy said, the lawyer said, the word you're looking for is acceleration. He, as in... Oh, I have to send it to you. If... It's like when you're doing a test, yeah? Or like when you're doing an exam and it's flogging you, yeah? Yeah. But in real life, verbal, this guy was sweating, understand? Anything that he had said before, because he was like, oh yeah, that the speed she was going at was this speed, and then this shows that she went this way, and this shows that she went this way. By the end of that, I said, there's nothing this man can say to me that I believe. If he tells me good morning, I'm checking the time. Because this guy, if he tells me it's raining, I'm looking outside.
So do you think she didn't do it?
I think that there's definitely a cover-up involved. And it's not for me to be caping for white women, yeah, but something in the milk ain't clean. I don't know what happened, but I don't think it happened as they said it happened. Because it's just so weird. And there's text messages of people being like, oh, we need to do this, get rid of this phone, da-da-da. And then there's people saying, oh, she messaged me asking about how long it takes for a body in the snow to something. Just weird shit. Like, it's just weird shit. Like, it's just weird. So anyway, the trial is ongoing. So I guess eventually a conclusion will be drawn. Whether we know the truth ever, who knows?
But I can't wait for the documentary to come out.
This is my thing.
And the Jay Slater one as well. Channel 5's already making it.
They probably... No, but
probably finished.
Why are we joking about it when like he could be dead? Is it that we know he's okay, or what is going on? Because what's the story with that? What? He went to where? Ibiza? Tenerife?
Yeah, and then he's disappeared. But everyone's like, he's dead.
Did he go by himself?
I don't know. And I do find it alarming that we're all just joking about this.
This is
not alarming. I mean, not.
It's alarming.
It is alarming. But am I enjoying the banter? 100%.
For instance, Forrest sent me a TikTok yesterday. I haven't cried, from
I literally yelped.
laughter in a long time.
I yelped.
Cried. I was in tears. I said, no, God, please forgive me. I need that spot in heaven. Like, forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned.
Have you seen that guy that's selling land in heaven?
Oh, I saw that. If they like, they should buy. Buy.
I just feel like I'm not scamming enough. Or I'm not scamming. Well, I don't scam at all, but I feel like I should start scamming.
I believe so.
Start scamming or
market.
start a cult. Because nobody can arrest me if I'm selling land in heaven. No plots of land. Like how?
For what? Yeah. Under what? I think
You can't even tell me I'm
bypass
committing fraud
AWC.
because how do you know that it doesn't exist?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's true. We need to start scamming.
We're going to have to start scamming since you guys don't want to make us blow.
Oh my God. So I wanted to say that. Basically, on Spotify now, we have 91, what do you call it? Likes or whatever it is. Ratings. 91. Okay. And we're so grateful because every single one of you that's done that, like, we love you. But think of it like this, This podcast has been going for 4 years. In March next year, it's going to be 5 years. In those almost 5 years, 91 people have said, great, this is 5-star content. That's embarrassing.
It's giving the ick.
It's icky.
It's giving
icky.
that guy that keeps texting you when you've made it clear you're not interested.
It's icky. And guys, I just implore you, that like, if you enjoy the content, if you see that we've uploaded a new episode and you think, great, I'm going to listen to that on my drive. Great. I'm listening to that in the gym. Great. I'm going to listen to that, I implore you, because begging is disgusting. So I implore you, to just, whatever platform you're listening on, just do a like, do a subscribe, do a 5-star review, do a whatever it is, Just let it be known so that the world can also see this is great. For me, for example, say I want to get Chinese, When I look at the ratings and only 20 people have rated it, I'm scrolling on by. I'm going to the one where there are thousands of ratings because thousands of people thought this is good enough for me to say something. And if you feel like this is good enough for you to say something, I, again, implore you,
to say something.
Please. I'm going to need you to say something, babe. Say something, baby, okay?
For
all right?
real.
So could you please do that? Because it's getting a bit long. I can't lie. Like, we love this podcast. As in, when I say it's our firstborn.
I'm going to say it straight up because you are going to be too nice about it. We are trying to do this for real. We're trying to quit our jobs. We have content we want to give you guys that we cannot do because we have a job. Like, we want to do this for real. We want Louis Theroux on this podcast. We want to produce our, like, we have plans.
Oh, plans, baby.
So please share this with people. If you know anyone that's in the industry, tell them, hey, there's this great podcast you really need to listen to. Like, do something, because...
Do something. Don't do nothing.
And we can guarantee you that if by next year, when we reach our 5th year mark, something great has happened, we will in turn do something great. What that looks like, I don't know.
That's insane. And like,
that's crazy. That's crazier than my fucking relationship. That's longer than my relationship.
Bro.
Oh, no.
No, it's not. You were before we started. It was the December before.
But the fact that it's about the same is mad.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like, we love it. I can't lie. Like, we love doing the podcast. And that's why we've been able to do it for so long. So many podcasts have come and gone. And I know it seems as though, we were a COVID podcast. We were not. I need to make that very, very clear,
We started
this podcast before COVID, and then COVID happened. And we had to shimmy things up, and that's it. We had to adapt and figure out, oh shit, now we're recording remotely. How do we do that? We did that without compromising the quality. There was never no Zoom episodes, all of them. The only time it's bad quality, maybe I didn't plug my mic properly. But other than that, it's been consistency. Please. And we do this. We're giving you good content. I can't lie to you. Like, in
between juggling jobs, businesses on the side,
other
personal content, relationships. Nah, guys, we're trying.
Depression.
We are trying.
Trying to stay alive.
Literally, give us our flowers whilst you still can.
Honestly, and we appreciate it. Someone commented on our TikTok the other day and they were like, I've been listening to you guys' podcast for so long. Like, I love it. And you, man, like, we appreciate you so much. And it's like, the new people, we appreciate you so much. But there needs to be more of you, because we need to be able to do this like we want to. Like, I hate not being able to do what I envision in my head. And right now, we can't do what we envision in our heads. We can't do that right now. So... I just want to make it clear that we're trying to do this for real. So could you please
do something?
Yeah, could you please rate, share, do something, just something. Don't leave this episode without doing something.
Yeah, literally don't. That's the thing. Don't leave this episode without doing something.
It's so long, this content creation stuff, man. Like sometimes you're just like, God, what's the point? And like I remind myself that like actually we enjoy watching documentaries. We were going to do that anyway, okay?
Yeah.
And two, we enjoy chatting to each other. We were going to do that anyway, yeah? So doing it together is great. Like it's nice to have someone that you fuck with, that you've known for a long time, that you can do this with. But this stuff takes time. Like we have to watch the documentaries. We edit the stuff ourselves. Like this isn't just like, oh yeah, we go and chat and then it just magically appears. Like we put mad work into it.
Mad work. And we do content for TikTok.
So yeah. That's all that we wanted to say today. So hopefully your heart has been touched.
Yeah.
And you have been rightfully implored.
Hopefully your heart has been touched. Hopefully you're not touching anyone that can't consent. And
bruh, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. But yeah, boy. Anyway, sorry, just going back to the documentary. Why did she only get, because she got more time. I think she got like 12 years or something. And then she got let out. What happened with that? Do you remember?
She appealed, didn't she? I think she appealed.
But then what was the reasoning for them saying like, yeah, come out?
I don't remember. I think she was a model inmate, but I also think, I don't know if it was that they felt that the sentencing was harsh for the crime.
If the roles were reversed, if it was a black woman and a white man,
or a black man and a white woman,
God,
they would have hung him.
He wouldn't have made it to the jail. They would have killed him.
They would have killed him. And she's coming out getting haircuts. Life.
And bad ones. I was glad when her husband did the statement when he was like, she's a pathological liar and she's insane.
Yeah, and that's what also makes me think that, did she know what she was doing? Or like, obviously she knew what she was doing, but did she believe that he was...
Remember, she was married at the time as well. I don't want to say she cheated on her husband, because it wasn't as if she was having an affair. She abused someone whilst being married to somebody else.
And that's what's scary. But I do think it holds a lot of weight for him to say she's a pathological liar, because only God knows what else she's done.
But she does look a bit crazy in the eyes though. Like she looks insane. Like it's giving like Stepford Wife vibes. Like she just looks like something's off.
Yeah. And I also don't know that she doesn't have other victims. This might just be the only one that's been found out.
Yeah. And the story only came to light like because the family made noise.
Yeah,
and
there might be other underprivileged families who don't make noise, or who maybe aren't even aware of what she did. But I highly doubt this is the first time she's done this.
Yeah, and especially because she doesn't feel as though she did anything wrong.
Yeah,
also, I would be so pissed if I was her husband. Why are you still using my name? I can't lie.
Oh, is that his name?
You need to drop that. His name is Roger Stubblefield.
Oh God,
that's why I thought he was white. And then when I saw the picture, I said, "Oh my God, he a nigga."
Oh, you a nigga?
I was so shocked. I said, "Give me my name back." I can't lie. Like,
oh my God,
it's like Cheryl Cole. She ain't never given that shit back.
She never given that shit back.
She changed it now. Actually, maybe she has.
No, she hasn't. Right? She changed it to Cheryl Cole Vicini Fernandez when she married the other guy.
Oh, okay.
But she's always she had a kid with One Direction, babe.
Oh, Liam. Oh, that was
not Liam.
Which one?
Oh, it is Liam Payne, yeah.
Don't be racist.
Sorry.
Speaking of underage people, or consent, well, I guess he could consent, couldn't he? Because he was an adult, but it was just weird. Power dynamic.
It was very weird. It was super weird. She knew him when he was like, what?
A child.
14 or something.
He's given Larsa and, what's his name?
Oh yeah, Larsa and Thingy Jordan.
Thingy's son. What's his name? I can see his face, but I can't.
Michael Jordan Jr.?
God,
It is.
Is it?
I think he is actually Michael Jordan Jr.
Is it? No,
I think so.
What is his name?
It's Michael Jordan Jr.
She always calls him Babe, so I guess I wouldn't know. Okay, I'm gonna say Larsa and Marcus. His name is Marcus.
Oh,
But Mark, you're so disrespectful.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Marcus. Oh, they split.
Yeah, they're done.
I don't give a heck.
And it's even more like Drea and her son. That video of them walking did no favors. It's given. I just picked my son up from basketball.
What did it say? What did they say?
It's just her responding about when people asking her about what her opinions, what people say about the relationship. But that wasn't even the main thing. It was the whole body language. She was carrying the baby bag, pushing the pram, covering the thing, controlling traffic. This guy was just doolallying.
And it's so funny. So my boyfriend was watching it. Or no, I was on Twitter and I could see, I was scrolling past and it came up and my boyfriend was like, yeah, this video is wild. How's she pushing the thing and holding the bag at the same time? That's crazy. I was like, that's insane. So basically you have a kid and you're with a kid.
That's have a kid, not even, that baby's not even like 2 months old.
Even if that boy was your son, he would help you. He would help you with something.
It's giving, my mum just picked me up from basketball practice with my baby and I want to go home, literally. That's what it was giving. And she lays with that man that is the same age as her son.
That's insane. That's insane.
You are an old lady.
How do you, sugar mama, old lady? How do you I don't know. I guess, you know what this episode has taught me is that you can rationalize anything in your head and you can make it make sense. And then
because
you can stand firm in that. Because what the fuck do you
even have to talk about with somebody when there's such a... Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I see some guys that are like 27, 26 and I'm like, oh, like cute, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I was still young and in the streets, I'd have... But
even then, that's what, a 4-5 year difference.
I cannot imagine looking at a guy that's 21
that was born in 2000s.
But anyways, do you know what though, I must say, the way they feed these kids these days, I don't know what... I saw a picture of some guy the other day. He was 21, he looked 45.
Oh no.
So, I say all this to say, you may not know, but upon knowing, I'm not going to... And I'm not going to have a baby with him.
So, okay, two things. One, you may not know, but you can definitely suspect when you have a conversation with someone. Like, okay, for me, the opposite is true. Like, okay, people always think that I'm a lot younger than I am. But if you have a conversation with me, it's not Gen Z. There's references that I understand. There's things that I'm privy to that somebody who was the 21 that you think I am would not understand. Same thing applies. When you are dating someone who's... when they're texting you acronyms instead of words, that wasn't a clue.
Even my sister, who's Gen Z, sometimes when she talks, I have to tune her out because I can't keep up.
What are you saying?
I don't understand what you're saying. Speak English. Parlez anglais. Yeah. So now, for me to be dating and I'm speaking... Like, I speak TikTokese, don't get it twisted, but that cannot be the only way we communicate.
Yeah.
I don't know what... Anyways, Dre herself, she left her son at home crying on the bathroom floor because he was hungry. Like, see Hi, that song was made about her. So, of course, she doesn't care.
The second part of that is, you had a baby with him, yeah? You could have been doing your dirt, maybe come to your senses and moved on. But now, till forever... There is evidence that you, as a 37-something, 40-year-old woman, yeah, laid down with a 20-year-old or however old the fuck he is.
I didn't even know when her and Orlando broke up.
Who's Orlando?
The one that she was fighting. What's that woman from... The colorist woman from Basketball Wives? The one that's always taking marrying her husband every year.
Oh, Jackie.
She was fighting Jackie's daughter for him. Don't you remember?
Oh God, no, I do not. And thank God.
I mean, I don't know if Jackie's colorist, but her other daughter alleges that she is.
Oh yeah, because she got a dark-skinned daughter and a dark-skinned daughter.
Yeah, and she married that light-skinned man. So,
well,
I don't. Oh,
the evidence is piling up.
It's piling up. I too married a light-skinned man, but
oh yeah, shit.
But do you know what it is? Because of I'm like bright skin, I oftentimes don't see him that way.
Yeah, compared to you, he's dark skinned.
Yeah, so even like when I look at pictures, I'm like, oh, that is not a chocolate.
I think he was a yellow Igbo man.
Yeah, but he's still... I don't know, actually.
I don't think he's light-skinned.
Even my dad, I don't consider my dad light-skinned.
Oh, your dad is light, yeah.
But my dad and him are like the same colour.
Okay, so he's light then, yeah.
No, he's not, man. He's not. I don't like them, man. I'm so sorry
to say. You married one. You're in love.
I married a person. I didn't... I don't see colour.
So did Anna. She married a person. She didn't marry his colour.
Go bye.
Oh my God, you know I've been loving on TikTok.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have you seen it? Oh my God, I've sent it to you. I'm
on a different side of TikTok to you.
So
I'm on the side. I'm on the TikTok side and they're like, I love the way your body is.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's all the
And
same
then I'm on
side.
the Tyler side as well, where they're doing that Tyler dance.
Yeah, the that they keep calling Tyler dance, but it's called Bacardi.
I'm on that side.
Yeah, me too.
I
I'm
haven't
also
seen none
there.
of this. I haven't seen Karen Reed. I haven't seen none of this.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's so lit. I've been trying to get it right. Okay, maybe you should learn it and then we can do it together.
Is it a dance?
It's not a dance. It's just saying the numbers.
Okay.
But it's like in beat, and then you go backwards. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, I beg you, put it in the comments so that it's not as if I'm a crazy person.
Send it to me.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Send it to me.
I shall. Okay. There's this documentary that I watched on Channel 4, yeah. And it's basically about it's a UK one, which we haven't done in a while, so I know it'll get you riled up and that'll make for great content. And it's about people in Hampstead, this school, where these children said that they were abused and that there was like this like paedophile ring and people like sacrificing babies to the devil. And then a bunch of people believe it and start attacking these innocent, spoiler alert, parents. And it's just a whole bunch of tomfoolery.
Oh yeah, we're doing that next.
So we're gonna do that. I don't know if there's like a trailer, but I'll figure one out and I'll put it at the end of this. Yeah, exactly. But I watched it because I was like, oh, it's gonna be some dumb shit. But I was like, oh my god. I mean, it was some dumb shit. But I was like, oh, I'm intrigued.
Hooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll do that. In the
meantime, between time, you can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. 2 Girls 1 Doc and 2 Girls 1 Doc podcast on TikTok.
Yes.
You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, Forens the Foodie, with content. There's actually good content on my TikTok now. And where can the people then find you?
You can find me in your dreams and also on TikTok, bd.mp4.
Excellent.
Lovely. Please rate and share. We appreciate it greatly.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
We called the police and it was a bizarre call because I said to the police operator, I don't quite know how to explain this, but I've been accused of being a satanic paedophile and I've been accused of abusing my daughter in this way. And the police operator said, okay, well, the police are on their way to your house.
Small children accused a community of the worst crimes imaginable.
What did they do to you?
They do sex. They do touch each other. They touch me. They have plastic quillies. And they have them sticking in our bottom.
Their allegations went viral online and were circulated around the world.
Listen to the children! Don't tell the children to shut up!
A group of parents were accused of abusing their 9-year-old children and their classmates.
The only important job you have in life is to protect your child. And to have a potential threat towards them is a mum's worst nightmare.
We've recorded audio interviews with 4 mums who've never spoken publicly before.
I think it's such a relief to finally have an opportunity to tell our story.
34, take 3.
To protect their identities, actors are lip-syncing their words.
You just have this sickening gut feeling of just disgust that someone would think you would do that to your child.
All the voices, messages, and online videos used in this film are real.
You agree on it?
Stop killing the babies!
Satan. Stop killing babies!
And we will also meet the conspiracy theorists who pushed the lie.
If you wouldn't believe 2 children when they tell you something like this, who would you believe?
We are here crying for help. There are children screaming to be heard. If you don't hear those children scream,
Kill the babies, 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 kill the babies.
the picture from the day before was of Rosie walking on that pathway to school over Hampstead Heath in the snow, and I had stopped and I had taken a picture of her. And now when I look at that picture, it's like the last final photo of normal primary school life for her and us. And then it all changed.